So here I have another setup with the Svbony MK105 with the ZWO ASI 183 MC for the guide camera and the ASI 678 MC main camera with the ASI Air Plus and the ASI Air EAF. And again, the bracket works works real nice. No matter what EAF I put on it, I'm assuming as long as the configuration is similar to the ZWO EAF configuration or the Gemini EAF configuration, which is nothing more than being able to attach it with these two screws and making sure that your belt is tight enough on the wheels. Now again, using this telescope, I haven't had real good operation in terms of focusing with cameras, getting sharp, detailed images with cameras. Again, with eyepieces, it seemed to work fine, but I'm going to try tonight. It's been cloudy. I'm going to use it on the Skywatcher Star Adventure GTI mount. I do have a UA 17 mount that I can try it on. But we're going to see just what type of operation I'm going to get tonight, again, if sky permits. But, and I used the shoe for the wireless controller to try to do something with regard to balance rather than putting the camera in the shoe and the controller in the guide scope slot. Hopefully by using the Svbony 165 guide scope with the ASI Air 183 color camera, I'll be able to get good imaging and guiding. Now, I think I learned something with regard to polar alignment. So when they said if you get within a degree of polar alignment, you're good. So rather than looking at the RA and the DEC numbers to try to get those as close to 0 as possible, what we want to do is to try to get the I guess Polaris as the dot as close to the 1 degree circle as possible. And that's what you want to do, because last night's imaging session, when I just, stopped looking at the RA and DEC numbers and looked at how close I could get the dot or a Polaris to the 1 degree, I could go 180, 600 milliseconds on my exposures without my stars streaking. And that's really a plus for me in regards to how much time I've spent in polar alignment sessions. Because, trying to get RA and DEC 0, is like as soon as you get close on the 1, next thing you know, it jumps to a 2, 3, 4, 7 minute alignment. And I've spent hours on this fooling around with polar alignment. So I'm going to use this tonight. Again, I'll focus on getting as close to 1 degree as possible. And once you get your star, your Polaris indicator as close to the 1 degree as possible, then I think you're finished with your pole alignment. Don't spend a lot of time. Don't try to get RA and deck to 0, because you're going to spend the whole night and it'll never come up the way you want it. And again, I'm just praying that this configuration will give me a better balance. Now, this side is I don't know what Svbony was doing. So I had to put a shiv right in here in order to get the Vixen plate to not rock when I tighten up the screw ever so slightly. It's like you can see there's a space right in there where the Vixen plate never really seats properly based on the angle of the screw. And I mean, I've really worked at it. So I just put a cardboard sleeve in there as I'm tightening down the screw. And that way I don't have to worry about the camera or the guide scope sliding out of the slot. But I mean, it's basically made for red dot finders. Not really made for anything heavier than that. But I need balance on this with the bracket holding the EAF. I need to put some weight on the other side of the scope in order to get the correct balance when I put it on the mount. So we're going to see tonight if this works, and hopefully I'll get an image or two with some good exposure or lengthy exposure, and I'll be able to put it on the site. Again, I ask that you give me a like. If you haven't subscribed, I ask that you subscribe to support the channel. This will help me with my analytics and YouTube, so that I can get whatever YouTube gives to content providers. If anybody in the Arizona area is not associated with a astronomy club or astronomy group, that you give me a comment in the or remarks in the comment section, and we can see what we can do to get together and plan some star parties. Or again, I'm part of the East Valley Astronomy Club, which is in Gilbert, Arizona, and I'm sure they love to have you as a member. Again, this is a little bit more than I had expected, because I never thought I would be able to get a focuser configuration for this Svbony MK105. And all this is purchased equipment. There's no support here, either from ZWO or Svbony or Starzona, which made the bracket for me to attach the focuser with the shoe to attach the ZWO ASI Air Plus. This is all money out of my pocket, and your subscription to the channel will help me build my channel. And I really ask that you would do what you can to help me get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. But this is Mike at Astro Gaze, saying clear skies until my next video.